Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Charming Empire along Kagemitsu Togawa's route. And in the last episode, we tried to rally Soshi to help the townspeople with the fire again, and once again he refused. But Kagemitsu actually did try to do stuff and was able to actually get things done. So apparently it's been a week since the fire. Let's see what progress has been made. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. It's been a week since the fire. I stop my pen for a minute and look up from my studies. Ever since Soshi forbade me from leaving my room, all I can do is study. My lessons with Kagemitsu are on hold, so I've been studying on my own for the past few days. I was afraid my old tutor would come back, so it's a relief that I'm allowed to self-study instead. At the same time, it's hard to concentrate. Kagemitsu is always on my mind. I hope he has time to sleep now. I hear the servant say he's been busy day and night with the aftermath of the fire. Why is Soshi making him do everything? My brother hasn't done a thing about the fire, so Kagemitsu has had to handle all the damage by himself. What's Soshi thinking? Now that I'm stuck in my room, I write my feelings down on paper every day and get the servants to take them to Soshi. But no matter how many letters I write, Soshi never replies, and I doubt my feelings are getting across. I have the feeling he's not even reading them. I don't know, maybe he is. As we've learned in all the other routes, he's not a heartless bastard. He just goes about things in a very self-deprecating manner. Why doesn't he listen to me? And why doesn't he understand? He might not even be reading my letters. But I don't stop writing, because it's all I can do. I feel so worthless. Yes? Who's there? According to Soshi's orders, it's rare for people to visit me apart from at my 3 meal times. Excuse me. It's the maid who stops by often to help me with daily things. For some reason, she just stands like a pole in the doorway and doesn't try to come in the room. You can come in. That's alright. I don't have much to say. Then what is it? I have a message for you from Lord Omazaki. He won't listen to me. He locked me in my room. What now? A message from my brother? Yes. Did my letters finally get through to him? I doubt it. I start to get a little hope, but I hold back my feelings and ask about the message. Well, what did he say? He says there will be a ball in a few days. You are expected to be ready for it. A ball, I see. Nobody's taught me how to dance yet. That wasn't exactly what I wanted to hear. Of course not. It was dumb to get my hopes up. But why have a ball when the town is in such bad shape? Wait. When I call out to the maid as she's leaving, she turns around. Is that all my brother has to say? Yes, that is all that he told me. I can't believe this. I'm appalled by my brother's message. While Kagemitsu is working hard to save the people, Soshi wants to throw a ball? I almost run out of the room, but the maid stops me. Wait, princess. Please, get out of my way! Despite my harsh tone, the maid's expression doesn't change. Lord Omazaki informed me that you are forbidden to leave your room. Where are you trying to go? To see my brother. I can't just sit here and twiddle my thumbs. I was told that he does not wish to see you, even if it is to talk about his message. But I can't believe he's throwing a ball at a time like this. I can't understand what he's trying to do. Your job is to just get ready for the ball. With that, the maid shuts the door in my face. But I glare at the door. I should be able to leave my room. But there might be guards outside Soshi's room to stop me like last time, and I doubt they'll let me in. I saw how coldly Soshi treated me before. I can't do anything. I whispered to myself in my lonely room. Even when I sit back down at my desk, I can't bring myself to concentrate on my studies. What in the world could Soshi be thinking? No matter how much I think about it, I can't come up with an answer. I don't know what Kagemitsu's thinking after being together this whole time. There's no way I can know what Soshi's thinking. I let out a deep sigh. How am I supposed to get ready for a ball anyway? Another visitor. I glance at the door. Who is it this time? Yes?
Hi, it's been a while. I came to check up on you. So, how have you been?
Kagemitsu comes into the room. Kagemitsu! It really has been a while. With all of his work, we haven't had a chance to meet. I stand up from my chair and run over to him.
I'm sorry I haven't been teaching your lessons lately, after promising that I would.
Don't worry about that. I've been so worried about you. Kagemitsu smiles.
Thank you, I'm fine.
But
It looks like the date for your ball is set. Are you getting ready?
nobody told me what I'm supposed to do. Although I need to learn how to dance, you have to teach me. Somebody has to teach me. No, I just heard about it. I look down and shake my head. I'm happy to see Kagemitsu, but it makes me sad that he's talking about the ball like it's a natural thing. I thought he'd be against the ball too. Kagemitsu, what do you think about having a ball at a time like this when the townspeople are suffering? He thinks for a minute before answering.
It might be a necessary evil.
What does that mean? Kagemitsu continues with a serious expression.
I understand why you'd be against it. You're a nice person, but having a ball might help save the people.
Save the people?
For example, the guests will have to pass through town to get to the palace, so she might order certain parts to get fixed. It's a roundabout way of doing things, but it might be necessary if we want things to get better.
Kagemitsu has been giving this a lot of thought. I'm ashamed for just seeing what's in front of me. I need to learn how to think about things more deeply too. When I let out a sigh, Kagemitsu puts on a cheerful tone to lighten the mood.
Did anyone tell you about dance lessons?
Nope. Dance lessons? No, not in particular. I was just told to get ready. Very detailed instructions those were. I look up at his strange question. I've never danced before. I don't even know what get ready means.
You haven't? Then we can't let you go to the ball like that.
It's just like, you can't go to the ball like that, of course. And then we start to sing bippity boppity boo and whip out some magic. My thoughts too.
Okay, dance with me. I'll teach you how.
Huh? But you must be exhausted.
I'm fine. I'm your tutor, right?
Kagemitsu slowly gets down on one knee and holds out his hand. What are you doing? When I quickly kneel down to meet Kagemitsu's gaze, he laughs.
All right, you don't know. This is how a man asks a woman to dance.
Really? But this is just practice, so you don't have to do that.
But this is dance etiquette.
He looks straight into my eyes.
Will you give me the honor of this dance?
Okay. This is the second time Kagemitsu has held my hand. With that in mind, I slip my hand into his. Kagemitsu's hand is so big, it makes me feel safe. He pulls me into the middle of the room.
I'll lead and you follow.
He moves his other hand to my waist.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I frantically move my feet to keep up.
Right, that's it. You're doing great for your first time.
Really?
Yeah, you're really dancing. I'm glad I can dance with you like this.
You're just saying that. Oh no, I'm blushing so much. I can't look him in the face. I suddenly look down and miss a step. Which step am I supposed to take next? It doesn't matter. Left or forward is the same. I'll say left. The last step was right, so when I try stepping left, I run into Kagemitsu. Sorry, I messed up.
No worries, but it looks like you were spacing out. Is this making you tired?
Not exactly. I can't tell him the real reason for my mistake.
Oh, did I make you blush? I'm kind of glad.
Kagemitsu's joke makes me miss another step and bump into him again. Oh, I did it again. Sorry.
I'm sorry for teasing you.
You don't look very sorry. Kagemitsu gives me an awkward smile.
Are you okay?
I just nod, and he smiles.
Well, since today is your first lesson, we'll end it here. I'm looking forward to seeing your dress.
Well, he gives some really short lessons. With that, Kagemitsu leaves the room. Oh, that was awful. I need to practice more. Kagemitsu's hand was so big. I gazed at the hand he was holding. It was a man's hand. It was completely different from how it was when we were kids. The size of his hand and his height are all different from back then. Only vague fragments are left of the little boy I knew as a kid. The Kagemitsu I know today is a full-grown man. I continue to gaze at my hand as these thoughts pass through my mind. Oh, that was a little too short, so I'm going to go ahead and add the next chapter. It's the day of the ball. The palace is bustling in the morning, and I can hear the servants' voices in the hall. Things really turned out how Kagemitsu said they would. Once the day that the ball was decided, work on the town started right away. Now there's not a single trace of the fire. I'm glad the ball helped fix the damage in town, but I look down at my feet. I see the hem of my dress and a pair of uncomfortably high heels. I hope I don't look weird. I can't get used to seeing myself in a dress. I can barely walk, and the chest area of my dress is far more open than I thought. Not to mention the amount of skin I'm showing makes me nervous. Maybe I'm not cut out for balls. I'm sorry. Phrasing. I've lived most of my life in the countryside. People call me a princess now, but I'm still not used to it. I might stand out like a sore thumb among all the fancy people. When I start to think about the ball, I can only think of my faults, and I'm worried they might all laugh at me. But Soshi's orders are absolute, so I don't have a choice. I have to go to the ball. How depressing. I slump down at the table. Just then, there's a knock at the door. Princess, it's almost time. Okay, I'm coming. Even though I'm nervous, I have to go. I start walking toward my very first ball. Wow. So, this is the ballroom. The gorgeous chandeliers light up the whole room from the ceiling. There's already a big crowd of men in Western suits and women in dresses. Everyone's so beautiful. Comparing myself with the women in the room makes me want to go in even less. I don't know what to do now that I'm here. I loiter around the ballroom entrance and resign myself to just peeking inside. All the women are with men. Each beautiful woman seems to have a man by her side. I wonder if they're going to dance together. That's nice. I suddenly catch myself. What am I talking about? Why am I worrying about that? I can't understand why that's the first thing that pops into my head.
Excuse me?
Some man I've never seen before appears at me from behind his glasses. Yes? How may I help you?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but are you alone?
Yes. The man suddenly looks happy.
I am alone myself. If you don't mind, may I have this dance?
Huh? Me? Is this what I think it is? The man is asking me to dance. What am I supposed to do? All Kagemitsu taught me was how to dance. He didn't tell me what to say when I was invited to dance. Is it rude to say no? I curtsy quietly. I'm sorry, but I'm not very good at dancing, so I'll just give you trouble. But the man just smiles and doesn't show any sign of leaving.
Is this your first ball?
Yes, so you don't have to force yourself to ask me to dance.
Oh, I'm not forcing myself.
The man shakes his head firmly. He's very determined.
It's an honor for me to be a beautiful young lady's first dance partner at a ball.
But...
Besides, haven't you noticed? You've been the center of attention for quite a while.
I thought I was still hiding. Huh?
I can't allow you to be a wallflower. I doubt anyone can.
The man gets more and more talkative. It starts to get too much for me, and I take a step back. But how am I supposed to say no now? I heard some of the guests came here from other countries, so I can't be too rude. I'm paralyzed for lack of words until another voice chimes in.
Oh, there you are.
Finally, we have him in his suit. Which looks slightly too big for him, but that's okay. He still looks nice and dapper and handsome. I like it better than his, Japanese outfit. Kagemitsu cuts between the man and me in a different outfit than his usual one.
I'm sorry I'm late.
He apologizes to me before turning to the man.
I'm afraid she has to turn you down. I promised to be her escort for tonight, but we got separated somehow. I see. What a shame. My apologies. I should be the one to apologize. Forgive me for making a move on your partner.
The man bows his head and disappears into the crowd. Kagemitsu.
I was surprised to find you weren't in your room when I went to get you. I came here as fast as I could.
Sorry, I didn't think you would come to get me, and my maid told me to head to the ballroom already.
Oh, that's strange. I thought I told your maid that I would be at the ball after all.
Kagemitsu looks confused. Is there a conspiracy going on here? You mean you weren't planning on coming?
Yeah, I turned down the invitation at first because I still have a lot of work to do with the town.
Oh, I thought Kagemitsu wouldn't be coming, since it was my maid who came to get me. He probably doesn't have much free time now that he's still working on the fire damage.
But I decided to come, since you were going to be here.
Me? Then... The music interrupts me as the guests gather on the dance floor. It looks like the dancing is starting. Couples face each other and start moving to the music.
Let's get in there too.
I'm fine here. I'm not very good at dancing, and everyone's so elegant. I'll make Kagemitsu look bad. I don't want everyone to laugh at him, too.
Oh, I thought you'd say that.
Kagemitsu smiles and holds out his arm. You won't take no for an answer. Oh, it's a gorgeous picture.
It'll be alright. You don't need to worry about a thing. Just keep your eyes on me.
On you?
Well, I try to be cool, but balls aren't my style, so I'm as nervous as you are. I'm sorry for being so unreliable. But it would make me less nervous if you would dance with me.
Oh, he's pushing himself to do this just for me. Kagemitsu gives me a mischievous smile. That's not fair. His sensitive words convince me to take his arm.
This really is nerve-wracking.
Are you really nervous too?
Of course I am. I'm escorting you.
He leads me into the ballroom. He doesn't stop until we're in the center of the room. Kagemitsu, we don't have to be right in the center.
Oh, are you embarrassed? We can't hide in a corner. We have to let everyone see us.
But, again, it doesn't matter. Why are there so many choices where it doesn't matter? Who's watching? Who's watching?
Who do you think?
Kagemitsu's question makes me even more confused. I don't know. You talking about Soshi here? He's staking a claim on me with my brother? Kagemitsu puts a finger to his lips and grins.
Then it's a secret.
Kagemitsu's words make me blush so much that I have to look at my feet to hide my face.
If you're nervous, just look at me.
He puts an arm around my waist and steps closer to me. It's like he's a whole different person. It's not just his Western suit. It's like his whole personality has changed. It feels like everyone's staring at us. I might be too self-conscious, but it feels like the whole room has its eyes on us. Are they staring because I'm so bad at dancing?
They're staring at you because you're so beautiful. Everyone wants to know who you are.
Kagemitsu gives me an awkward smile. Why is he saying that? 'Cause it's the truth. I feel my face turn bright red, and it makes me feel even more embarrassed.
Everyone's probably jealous that I'm the one who gets to dance with you.
Here he goes, joking around again. All of the women's eyes are on Kagemitsu. I'm the one they're jealous of. Even I think Kagemitsu looks handsome in his Western suit. If I wasn't dancing with him, I'd probably be gazing at him from afar.
By the way, I forgot to tell you.
Kagemitsu gazes into my eyes with a smile.
You look beautiful in your dress. Even I don't feel worthy to be dancing with you.
You look great too.
I'm glad you think so. Then it was worth the trouble.
All of a sudden, I forget about everyone else in the room. It's like Kagemitsu and I are in a world of our own, and all my embarrassment melts away. I wish
this moment would go on forever, but you probably wouldn't like that.
Well, you read my mind on the first part, but not the second. Kagemitsu and I are thinking the same thing. No, Suddenly the music stops. Soshi, don't you dare. Don't you dare come to announce my engagement to someone else. A confused murmur spreads through the crowd, but it's silenced right away.
There you are.
The guests clear a path. My brother walks through the crowd to us. Soshi.
I was looking for you.
He stops right in front of us.
It seems you've gotten the hang of dancing.
Yes, thanks to Kagemitsu.
Oh, is that right?
Soshi glances at Kagemitsu.
You used to say dancing was just a silly pastime. What changed your mind?
What is he talking about? I look at Kagemitsu. Kagemitsu never said that to me.
Minds change easier than you'd think.
Kagemitsu stares right back at Soshi. Kagemitsu? His stare is more piercing than I'd ever seen before.
Don't you agree? Perhaps, but there are also things that never change.
Soshi takes his eyes off Kagemitsu and looks to the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening.
Another murmur travels through the crowd.
I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to my sister.
He turns to me. At the same time, the crowd turns to me too.
This is my sister. She has been living in the countryside due to an illness, but now she's finally returned to the palace.
What? Illness? That's a lie. Mom and I were sent to the countryside because we weren't needed here.
I'm proud to announce that she has recently become engaged.
You bastard. The crowd burst into a congratulatory round of applause. No one told me that. Wait, Soshi! I stop my brother as he starts to leave.
What is it? Just as I said, you are engaged to a prince of another country. It's already decided.
But this is so sudden.
I wasn't informed of this either. Why do I have to tell you? But you're moving too fast. She just got to the palace and...
Soshi interrupts by turning to me.
I told you to fulfill your duty. Your duty is to marry a foreign prince. End of story.
Then, is that the only reason you brought me here from the countryside? To get married?
That's right. What else are you good for?
It feels like my happiness a few minutes ago was just a dream. My brother's words foreshadow a grim future. Well, yeah, saw that coming. And we get to go through it one more time with Kei Yoshimine. But that's it for us today, and we got to see Kagemitsu in a suit, which was awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see what exactly the relationship will be as to who's with the rebellion in this route. We'll see when it gets closer. So, hope to see you in that next video, or perhaps in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.